Hello everyone, I am LilyMoo961, and it's been a long time since I've posted anything on YouTube. I think it's almost been 6 months now, and in the last video I posted, I said that I'd be gone for about 2 months, and I guess I just didn't anticipate that I would be gone an extra amount of time. Things got kind of busy for me. I'm already rambling and doing silly stuff, but so let's just skip the update for now. We'll come back to that. And the reason that I'm coming here today and recording is it's been a couple of days since the concert, but I wanted to talk about my experience going to the concert at Metlife on May 18th. Just even thinking about it is just making like my heart race because it was just such a lovely, wonderful experience. I had such a phenomenal time cheering for BTS. I love those boys and I will love them forever and ever and ever. I love them so much. And I think the greatest part of the experience, like more than just the show, it's also the fact that I was able to share that experience with my parents, and they're like super big fans of BTS now. They already were fans, but like after the concert, like on our way home from Jersey, basically like we had a 13-hour drive and we listened to Map of the Soul Persona, and then like immediately after we listened to that, we listened to Love Yourself Tear 3 times in a row. Like, they really love that album a lot. Like, they love Singularity, they love Fake Love, they love, my mom really likes The Truth Untold. She really loves that song. Like, at the concert when they were singing it, when, I'm kind of rambling a bit, but basically, like, she teared up at that song, and I don't blame her because it's a beautiful song. And strangely enough, like, while we were at the concert, like, for whatever reason, like, I didn't really get, like, super emotional until, like, way after the concert was over. And, like, we were back at the hotel, and then it was, like, then it hit me that, like, we had just been there, and we had just experienced everything, the stages, and, it was an amazing concert, and the weather was really nice too. Like, the weather was just perfect. Like, there was a nice breeze. Because when we first got there, it was still daytime. And, like, what time did we get there? We got there pretty early. We got there at about, I think by the time we got to our seats, it was like 6:30, I believe. So we still had like an hour to kill before the concert. And before the concert, they were playing like a lot of the BTS music videos on the screens. And like ARMY was already, like we already had like a pre-concert before the concert actually started. Because every time the music videos would pop up, there would be cheers and screams and like fan chants would get started for some of the songs. And it was just, like, so there was a concert before the concert, like my throat was scratchy even before we got started with the concert. And when the concert did start, the energy was just super, just high energy. Oh, it's just amazing. And just being able to, like, because of where we were sitting up really high. I think we were in section 322 is where we were sitting. We were in section 322. So we were up high, and we could see the stage really well, despite being up so high. We could see the stage, we could see, like, the screens on both sides, and, you know, the props were already on the stage, like, before the show started. Like, some of the props for, Dionysus they were already on the stage, like, not the boys, but the props. Like, the props were already there, and they were basically, like, setting things up and everything. And my goodness, like, just the opening of the show and how, like, there were, like, fireworks shot out and everything. It was, like, man, it was crazy. And, like, in between, like, the solo songs, they would usually play, like a sort of, like, video clip stuff of just, like, you know, our boys looking just adorable and angelic. Or, like, well, at least for some of them, I think it was, like the one with Jungkook, and I think J-Hope was in one when it was the two of them and they were splitting between their stages. You know, there's their little promo video thing was like more on the cute side, and then later for like I think it was Taeyoung and Jin. No, or was it? Yeah, I think it. No, or was it Suga and Jin?
I am so triggered right now. Get your act together. Someone revoke her army card already.
Come on, bro. Don't be so hard on her. I'm sure she'll remember in a second.
I can't remember right now.
Well, crap. I stand corrected.
It was more like, I know for like Taeyoung, it was more like, you know, on the, you know, on the more seductive sides, you know, right before Singularity. Which, speaking of, there was this girl who was sitting behind us. I know I'm going all over the place, but it's just, I'm just trying to like talk about the experience, so I'm gonna jump around a lot. But there was this girl behind us, and like anytime she saw Taeyoung, like it was really funny, but like it was just the fact that she kept saying it, and it was like, do we need to get you a hose, lady? She kept saying things like, Kim Taeyoung, step on me, and I'm just like, what? I probably shouldn't out her like that, because like I was saying my own stuff about Jungkook. Like I kept saying like, Jungkook, I will love you for the rest of my life, which is true, I will, but not the point. The point being, the point being is that there was a lot of energy in the stadium, and just like seeing all the army bombs lit up and how they were synchronized to each of the songs. It was amazing. It was a really amazing show, and it was just fantastic, and I really just don't have words, just the energy of the stadium. It was fantastic. And also like just being able to kind of like watch the sunset too, like in between their stages when they had like the promo sort of videos playing, you know, just seeing like the sun gradually go down and seeing the army bombs like light up, you know, get brighter as it got darker outside. It was just really cool. And it was just a fantastic time, and like, and their speeches at the end were really sweet. Like, I loved how like Suga just like, he'd be like, Metlife, make some noise. It's just like throw his head up to the sky. It was like, and like right before he started talking, there was an airplane, well not an airplane, a helicopter like flying by, and like right before he started talking, it just made like a bunch of noise, and he just looked up and was like, what the heck is that? And it was really neat, and it was just a fantastic show. And gosh, there's so much else. There's so many things that I could talk about, just like little mini moments like that just made me smile and made me happy. And just seeing how everyone else in the stadium was reacting to BTS and hearing the cheers. It was just, there was so much love in that. I almost said room, but it wasn't a room, it was a stadium, so it was open to the sky and everything. I enjoyed it so much, and I enjoyed being able to share this experience, like, you know, not only just to see BTS and see them perform and see how happy they were and how appreciative they were of ARMY at the end when they were talking and RM was talking about, you know, how he feels that like ARMY made them, you know, something, you know, starting from nothing and becoming something. And gosh, they're just so sweet. Like, and J-Hope kept saying how beautiful it was, and it was, it's just nice. It was so nice. And Jimmy was like, I don't want to go home, but I have to. It's like, I don't want to go home either. I feel that. And it was just a wonderful night. It was fantastic. And like, it's one of those things that I'll remember for the rest of my life, and I'm just super happy that I was able to experience that with BTS and with ARMY, because ARMY, you showed out too. You put on a show too, and it was amazing. It was wonderful. It was such a great experience. Had such a great time. And it was just a really, really fun experience. And I'm super happy and grateful. And I just want to say that, you know, BTS, God bless you guys. just always, forever. I'm gonna love you guys always. I love you all. All of you are so unique and special and just wonderful. And I feel so fortunate and just so grateful. I'm so happy that, you know, in some way you guys are part of my life and that, you know, I could share that with my family also. I think that was actually the best part of this whole experience, is like being able to, you know, look to my left and see like my mother and my father, who have both been through a lot of heartache and trials and, you know, a lot of things that they just don't deserve. You know, it was just great to see them so happy and excited and to experience something that made them feel young again. And I think that was the most rewarding part of it for me. And I'm always going to be so grateful and happy for that, because that's what made it for me. Like, more than just being able to see you guys, it was also being able to, you know, see how happy you made everyone. Like my parents and all of the army who were there. It was just phenomenal and beautiful and so colorful. Like the way the lights were just synced up and all of the fireworks at the end of Microcosmos. It was just so nice. It was beautiful. So that was my experience at MetLife. I probably could have gone into more detail about like the actual performances and stuff, but I feel that's probably unnecessary. And I'm getting a notification on my phone now to exercise. Nope, not right now. I'm kind of busy trying to record this. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to spend a couple minutes talking about my experience at MetLife and just saying how happy I am that I was able to go. It's probably not as sentimental as it could be, and I think it's because a couple of days have passed, so it's like finally sunk in that I was actually there, because when I first got home 2 days ago, like I watched like just the ending speeches from all the members, because at the concert it was a little bit tough to hear some of what was being said, like especially in Jungkook's case, it was just difficult to hear him because the cheers were so loud. And Jungkook does speak, he's kind of shy sometimes, and he does speak more softly. And so I caught pieces of what he said about how, you know, our love and support, you know, made all of that possible. But there were other things that he said that I wish I could have heard and like understood while I was there, but it was just the cheers were just so loud, which I don't have a huge problem with, only because it's like, if the cheers are loud, that means they're giving love to my guy, and that's perfectly fine with me. I'm totally okay with that, because I absolutely adore Jungkook. We have established this, and I'm rambling. So what was I even saying before I even got into this? Oh, right. So basically I watched like a video of just the MetLife speeches just to get the clarification. And when Suga was saying how he would always, you know, remember that night, I guess it was just knowing that I was part of that night and that I was there to experience it with them, and that it's also something that I'll always remember. The tears. Like, that's when it hit me that I was actually there, and that's when I boo-hooed. So it took me 2 days to process the fact that I went to their concert. Because at the concert, like, I got emotional at points, but I didn't cry at all. Like, I guess I was just too happy. So there was, like, no tears, like, no emotions, like, nothing. It all had to sink in later. I guess I just had an extremely delayed reaction to everything, so... But yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful night, and, you know, I thank God for it, and I feel really happy and fortunate that I could see them again and be in the same room as them again. It was wonderful, and I'm just so happy for them. I'm happy that they can go all over the world and experience that type of love from so many people. That's amazing, and they deserve it. I love you, BTS, and I hope that someday I get to see you again, and that maybe next time I can meet you guys. I would love that so much. That's for next time. So to everyone listening, I hope you guys didn't mind me rambling too much. I'm kind of tired. I'm still recovering from the 13-hour drive because for whatever reason, we decided that we were just going to take it all the way through. And yeah, it was kind of exhausting, and I'm still recovering. So anyway, thank you for listening. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, just me rambling and talking about it. I'm a bit out of practice since I haven't done anything for YouTube in like I said, 6 months. So I'm just like, yeah, okay. All right, we're just going to end this thing awkwardly now. Bye-bye.